The STEPPIN razor is on your radio. Yeah. You always hear the great Muta Baruka's voice. So all people in Radioland who are loyalists and listening to hear Muta this evening. No, it's a familiar voice with an unfamiliar sound. And who am I? On my birth paper you have Patrick George, Anthony Barrett. I call myself Tony Rebel some long time ago, but for this program, my name is Lalibela. I'll be with you until 6. Yeah, only for lyrics. STEPPIN razor on your radio. Lalibela is here with you. And I'll be with you until 6. Now, first day we see an important thing go on in the parliament where the Prime Minister, the highest officer of Jamaica, does something significant. You know, since 1963 until now is about 19,710 days. See? Approximately that. And it's about 2,815 weeks are strong, as the Rasta man would say. And we have known about the serious atrocities that took place Coral Garden in 1963 and all of what happened to the Rastafarian community. I'm born a year before that, but I grew up, hearing all of what is happening because of that kind of discriminatory vibe. Well, after 19,710 days, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the highest office of this country, has apologized to the Rastafarian community. So I'm going to give him a clap for that, because at least him say some wrongs was done to a particular group of Jamaicans, and every Jamaican in this country have the right to freedom and have the right to live. And the Rastafarians seems like them never have no right within that time. It is appropriate that it is my brethren Andrew who made the apology, because during 1963 the government that ruled then was the Jamaica Labour Party, same one that is ruling now. And from some of the knowledge that I get from them time, there's like the very leader who was Mr. Bustamante ordered that, Rastas be put in prison. And who the prison couldn't hold, them go bog. Yeah. From Tony Rebel, our Lalibela, I say he should be impeached for that, but he's our national hero anyway. So, may I say, it's a good vibe for really have the apology set forward, but it's just a door that open. So we really not stepping out of something there yet. We're not going in yet. You know what I mean? Yes, the apology show that something has done, and then we can get into the dialogue. Now, me also hear him saying giving, not less than $10 million to the Rastafarian community. And I think he spoke maybe directly to the Coral Garden incident and that benevolent organization that is there. 10 million. When me hear 10 million still, honestly, I think I did 10 million US. But when I check it out, I say 10 million Jamaican dollar. And then it will be going into a trust fund. And you know what a trust fund is? A man drop out and him never put will or certain things in place. You get a body of people to look over it as the trustees, and them monitor it and disperse the funds as them supposed to do it. My understanding is that some people are going to look over that, and it's not maybe the Rastafarian community. Well, I kind of see that little insultive still, Andrew. You know what I mean? I kind of see the $10 million. Too little drop still. For all the way, Rasta got through. 19,710 days now. You know what I mean? When you check it out, if $10 million go in at the bank and it's the interest you're going to get money from. If you do the math, I mean, if you have about 20 Rastafarian who are survivors now, or even 30, the little money we are going to come off of that, I don't think each one will get $5,000, or maybe less. You know what I mean? So, I guess some revisiting have to really take place as far as the compensation and these things are concerned. We are right with the apology. Me personally are right with the apology because I say it's a good start. But, yeah, to me it's the entrance to the door for the dialogue. And a whole lot of things Rasta go through, you know. It's not just Coral Garden. I kind of noticed to say, Pinnacle Rastas is being offered 6 lots. I wonder how much acre upon them lot there. Half acre or 1 acre. I really don't know. But me think about it in my head and say it's an acre. So 6 lots would be about 6 acres. But me and Leonardo well did pay for about 500 acres. So if it's about 6 acres that is given, I wonder where 494 acres there. All of these things we have to talk about. And we don't forget Bakawal too, you know. Because me as a youth, I grew up in Jamaica. I grew up around my people, them who are never Rasta. And yeah, some serious kind of innuendo the year passed about Rasta. And me as a youth who, before me even start growing my locks, I was a sympathizer and love Rasta and love go amongst the man them, because all them do is teach about love and, you know what I mean, about your culture, the memory, as Barry Shevan said, the memory of our history of where we're from. This was what the Rastafarian did and still doing. And to know that we have gone through so many discriminatory vibes, you know what I mean? Man, just see and trim you. Maybe nowadays, the Rastafarian community, enough man in the Rastafarian community stop a road and drink Pepsi and all of them something there. But, you know what I mean? Them time, they never easy. You know, it used to be serious. When me just start grow my natty, I have some like a girlfriend where like me off before me start natty and them not even want to talk to me. When I grow up and come off my youth, you know what I mean, it's hell. Forget them in a high school and prep school with them locks and all them things. So, you know what I mean, it's a whole heap of thing we go through and think we deserve enough. Yeah, we have a whole heap of things to talk about for the STEPPIN there, you see it? But we give thanks, Andrew. Give thanks. We give thanks for the apology, and we say, we can move forward to some other aspect of the whole Coral Garden incident. And we just want to big up people like Ika and them man there from the organization where always I put forward, you know, certain interests within the Rastafarian community to the relevant authority. I want to recall man like Ister J, you know, the man who always talk about touchable, possible. Them man they fight for the Coral Garden vibe, the whole of them life, and yeah, them all pass. But you know, we give thanks to them life same way and hold it more Rasta what we know from Bongo time to Bongo Watto to the whole of the man them. Enough of the man them come and fight and go through. So I never know easy task and still is not. You know what I mean? But as I say, we can move forward because solution we say we want to make sure say everything that is happening within our country that affect us, we can find solution for it. And at least we want to commend the willingness of Andrew. Yeah, man. My favorite Taurus Riley. The man who thinks he's larger than life. Hey, you know, say, may I listen to the news and hear say, a little 11-year-old kill a 14-year-old. 11, you know, kill a 14-year-old. So me start reminiscing and I wonder, when me I did 11, You know, did I ever thought about killing somebody or, you know what I mean? Something are going different with them youth, yeah. You see me? I don't know if it's a screen invasion of the mind, because me notice them youth and leave out the screen, whether it's a phone or tablet or something. But for an 11-year-old kill a 14-year-old, that is kind of unheard of. And Jamaicans, we definitely can do better. We must do better. Some hear a news to say a man get shot out of St. Thomas and police intercept the vehicle. And one of the man with them finding there is a cop. I don't know. A thing around a little way. But one of the youth them all over the place to know say, yeah, you're not larger than life. As a matter of fact, you are life. That is why you are living. And life is just for living. I want to tell everyone who big up people, who take people life, say, that's something to stop, we can do better. Me entertain our brothers and sisters. I mean brothers. Yeah, do look better with the lyrical content. See there, is a 13-year-old kill a 14-year-old. Start that Australia there for me again from the top and make it run. Because it's a vibe. And as me that said before, we can't afford for us. I do them things there in our country. Cause our backyard is just how we live. You know, today may I pray some things will happen in Africa. Like in the DRC scene. And you know, say every youth in a Jamaica and most people who think say them not nothing with Africa, we better start think again. Because you see everybody who have a cell phone or a printer or a PlayStation or a laptop or an iPad, if you know say in the Congo them have something named coltan. And in the world, 64% of the world's coltan is in the Congos. And you know what that make? It make jet engine, it make the Nintendos, it make the phone, the laptop, all that what you hear me I talk about. So every time you find yourself with one of them instruments there, if you know, say you have a piece of Africa in your hand, seen? And you know the terrible thing about that? Is that the West set up those people in such a worrisome way where from 1996 6 million people dead down there, you know, just for people fighting to get coltan or cobalt, gold, diamond. Africa we are talking about, you know. Seeing? Most of the people who are dead down there so is Pitney and them under 5. Yeah? We can't afford to make that something that come happen to we around here so. Because the amount of resources where we have, we supposed to can be satisfied in every way that we can. You see what I say? Yeah. Farmers, only for food can plant. We don't have to depend on no other country. You see me? Creators of everything. Yeah, we can create things. We're not going to make you so rich, so. Jamaica will love you. We can do better. Good after one or good after two again. I am your host, Lalibela, sitting in for Mota Baruka. And this is the STEPPIN razor when I beg Babylon no favor. Yeah. Until 6. I have to tell you. So we have a whole lot of things to talk about for the rest of the evening still. Seeing, and we have some people who I got to talk to. So 14 parishes and those who are listening on the internet. Yeah, you like Coleman and they are London and listen and Dutch and you know, I want to go and listen man and tell your friend them so them for tune into IRFM car. Yeah, at the STEPPIN razor, the art of war. Yeah man, I know enough of your earberries when them sing the wonderful love song them, but when them sing something else where him attack were realistic and were relevant to we, Yeah, it's a song like this. Warriors don't cry, hear it. And don't watch the crowd. Their duty is to be loud. Believe in what you're doing and be proud. Because sometimes when you fall along the way, people will have lots to say. They don't even care if you live to see another day. So I just want to hail all of the people them in Jamaica, from Kingston to St. Andrew, St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester, where me come from, St. Elizabeth, Wagwan, down in Westmoreland, St. James, you're there too, Hanover. Now so, yeah man, you come through Trelawny, you go St. Anna, you go St. Mary, you go Portland, and then you go all round St. Thomas. I cover the 14th parish. Yeah, you don't know. And if you want to call Portmore a parish too, we want to hail you. And if you want to call Port Royal a parish too, we want to hail you. And we want to hail all the people them in the diaspora. We listen because we don't know, say, technological advancement. You know, if you listen to the radio, you can listen all on your phone, on irfm.net. Me have it right? Oh, you mean? You know what I mean? We just want to big you up and make you know, say, yeah, this is Lalibela sitting in on the stepping razor for Muta Baruka. And guess what? I chat to Muta little from this still. Him there somewhere in Africa. We're going to find him. Please find Muta phone. We'll have a chat to him. We can't do him program on him just side. Get him familiar for this. Yes, I. Yes, so I tell you earlier on, say, this is Lalibela on the stepping razor. And I'm sitting in for Muta Baruka. And may I ask the producer kindly to find Muta. That is technology. So guess what now? We now join Muta live from Abidjan on the Ivory Coast. Muta, you there, Papa?
Yes, Lalibela, I'm there.
Aye, I love that. I love that boy, show. You know, I feel a little weak because I go to Africa so many times, you know. I know you're alone there, but I know you'll bring the good tidings and tell me what go on.
You know what I do in my hotel room?
No, hey, look here, me ear you say something off the ear and me we talk on the ear, you know, but so don't bother test me, you know.
Me learn for DJ. Me no work.
Why are you learning to DJ, Muta Baruka?
I don't have no work.
Hey, look here, you have to be careful how you teach the student, you know, because, you know, I am a student of Muta Baruka. You're my mentor, sir. And I'm feeling good sitting in your chair for this evening.
Yes, sir. You know, a very interesting thing going up in Abidjan, you know, is like the festival get much bigger. This is the third stage at the festival.
Yes.
And them have a kind of a colloquium today.
Yes.
Where them talk about reparation. Different speakers are talk about reparation. And one of the speakers them was Desta. I don't know if you know Desta. She go Ethiopia and now she in Ghana too. So she between Ethiopia and Ghana.
Is she Jamaican?
Two other professors they on the panel, and we talk about reparation. And I mentioned about nobody up here never ever hear about where
the apology.
St. Andrew declare him thing, and the ministers of the minister of culture and the minister of all of them, the whole of them stand up and clap, man.
Yes, it's a good gesture. It's a good start, Muta. I think it set good pace for the dialogue. But what kind of festival that is in Ivory Coast?
Festival, it started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
This is the third year, 3 years ago. The first year, them did have Marcia Griffiths,
yes.
Judy Moat, myself, Kimani Mali, and 809 Band, and a portion of African artists from all over Africa. You know, 4 days of pure reggae. I mean, like pure reggae music.
We love that.
Them have me, and them have Julian Marley, and again, pure reggae act from all over Ethiopia, South Africa, Guinea, Sierra Leone, anyway, you name which part Africa of reggae artists, them go find them. This year now, we come up here now, and them have artists from Turkey, China, reggae. Show how extensive reggae is. It's the first place I ever come. Because not even in Jamaica this happening, you know.
See.
What you know, it is a groundbreaking thing where you have government is a government man put on the festival. Him get it from the Minister of Culture and thing. And what them do, today them open the reggae festival with some bobo shanty a chant on the stage.
Oh, yeah,
like in pure white, a chant on the stage. And then most of the thing is talking about Rastafari. All of the colloquium them is talking about Rastafari. In the lounge where you walk into the theater, you have some life-size picture of some ancient Rasta like Puro, Tani, and all them man they know. I show them locks and I said this is the Rasta man. Them say hairstyle. Them say this is the Rasta man hairstyle. And believe you me, you want to see the passageway to the theater, man. It is amazing. Pure red, gold and green, Rasta thing, Jamaica, I mean, like you name it. And all of the conference them is relating to the belief of Rasta, the influence of reggae for Africa, the influence of reggae all over the world, and how Rastafari influence the music.
It's important to share that, Muta, because within the time when St. Andrew sent out the apology, you know what I mean, it goes to show that Rastafari influence have traveled far and wide, and even places like Africa where I and I come forward from and live around here. So we still set a pace with reggae music and Rasta that it even transfer forward back to Africa, and the people can even there celebrate it in a holistic way, and that's supposed to be some example for us to know that we are the Mecca who start this up here, and we really have to go even step up the pace as to how we deal with it.
Hear what the Minister of Culture say. The Minister of Culture say their ambition is to make the Ivory Coast the center of Rasta culture and reggae music. I quote him verbatim. Him say, right now it is in a baby stage because this is the third stage in. But their ambition is to make Ivory Coast be the center of reggae music and Rastafari culture. And I tell you, when you're looking at the audience, you have like 1,000 school picnic, just university students and all them to sit down and them question. I mean, them a question and an answer, question and an answer. I mean, you don't see nothing like that as it relates to Jamaica and how Jamaica move forward with Rasta and reggae. Well, you know, it's very difficult to explain to Jamaica how potent it is when you're there so and say government man them a push reggae and Rasta so and them are no Rasta. What them feel say what the minister say is that there's so much different things that catch the youth them in Africa, in Ivory Coast, that Rasta philosophy, them feel Rasta philosophy is the alternative philosophy to wipe away the negativity I grow amongst the youth them with the whole heap of mad music them will come from America and Europe. Them feel the Rasta philosophy can help to really alleviate them problem. I me
know that because within the Rastafarian culture, the kind of lyrics where the Rasta man always use is always something we can educate, and it always can motivate and inspire. And I hope the Ministry of Culture and the relevant authority in our country is listening to STEPPIN razor right now and hear what Muta say from in a Ivory Coast say the minister said them want to turn the center the center of reggae and Rasta.
The first stage at the festival, Babsy Grange was the coordinator, and it's about 60 that will come up here. The first staging, right? Most of it was the headliners was like. Last year them have Morgan Heritage, and the year before them have Morgan Heritage too. But guess what now?
Yeah.
You see this year it's two reggae acts upon it. Uri and Ijaman Levi.
Seeing.
And it's 4 days and each night.
So you're not a reggae act. So you're not a reggae act, Muto?
No, I'm not. Wait now. Listen to me. Last year, I performed as a reggae act, and the year before, the first year, I performed reggae act. Them never invite me up here now to perform. Them invite me up here to talk.
Sure.
That is why they invite me up here. I'm not up here now as a reggae artist, you know. I'm up here now to speak.
Yes, sir.
On certain topics as it relates to Rastafari.
Yes, sir.
That is really what I'm up here for now.
And you are very much qualified, Mr. Muta Baruka. I'm sure.
I hope so. I hope so. Today I created a little store in the place with the minister. So I hope that it resonates with the Prime Minister also, because a lot of politicians was there. But really and truly, tonight you will have about 8 acts. For the 4 night, you have about 20 acts.
Yes.
20, and most of them, as I said, only 2 Jamaican acts up on the show this year. Aljaman Levi and Uri. Why you love Uri? Because, you know, me and him come up on the flight. But all the other acts them is from Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and I say two outside acts, China and Turkey.
Nice.
There's only 2 outside acts, and his feeling is that reggae resonates so far that he want to show the Ivory people them say, look here, it's not something where we are say because we're so fascinated about reggae, you know. But even in a China reggae there, and even in a Turkey reggae there, much less theme country. Well, so it's a serious thing.
It's a good,
very serious thing.
It's a good vibe, Muta. Good for share that with us. Me want to ask you something else. Where different from Ivory Coast. But me ask you a question about Ivory Coast. Them have goal up there and Colton and Cobalt and then sitting there. We're up there famous for.
Cashew.
A lie.
Yeah, them are the second largest producer of cashew in the world, you know.
Zane.
Cashew.
That nice.
The cashew them big like arm and turret. Me I tell you.
They do say Africa that man, the thing them big.
The cashew them big Rasta.
All right, so Axum, when me they know say me I go sit in your seat for today and
I know more today, you know.
All right, don't talk the seat.
Because you see me left here, so.
You know, but I come forward.
Me I go UAE, you know, what them call the United Arab Emirates. We go over there, so it's from one side of the world, from over the west coast of Africa, goes clear in the east part of Asia.
Yes.
So we go fly go. I think on Monday we're supposed to fly go in Abu Dhabi. Deal with the next situation.
Interesting. What you mean, Muta Baruka? Well, me and you tried enough in the world, and you know, I remember one time me and you go to Israel, and we then at the airport, and me walk behind you, and everyone who pass you look down upon your foot. And like,
I wonder why you walk behind me.
Me have to walk. Me walk beside you. There, come on, Muta. Me walk. You know, it was more like. I am your defender because I had on shoes. Nobody never pay me much mind.
But them pay me mind.
All right, let me ask you the question. When me want to ask you, Muta Baruka, tell Jamaica and tell the world, why is it for so many years you don't wear shoes? Is it because you don't want to buy a shoes, or
because you tell me
but tell you say whenever you're ready for wear shoes, me I go buy you the most expensive shoes.
But you don't buy it yet.
No, but you don't tell me. Virgin, you have to tell me when you're ready to stop.
Wait there. Tony Rebel. Me tell you say. At 2 places in the world where Rasta did want to go, and me and you got it together.
Yes.
Ethiopia and Zion.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
Me say, since we don't walk footsteps of Abraham, and we don't walk the footsteps of Lalibela,
yes,
you're supposed to buy me a shoes.
And we're walking at the Dead Sea too. Where we
don't buy me no shoes.
No,
you don't buy me no shoes, Virgin.
So this is it. I mean, I declare it on air. Muta Baruka, whenever you're ready to tell me, whenever you're ready, you tell me that you're ready for the shoes, and me, I'm going to make sure some get one of the most wonderful soul saver who make the soul in the shoes and so forth.
No, we don't want no leather shoes. We don't want no dead king shoes.
Then you know, tell me what you want, boss, and we will make that for you. So hold on, Muta. So really and truly, you don't have no other physical, spiritual, or no other benefit why you don't wear shoes?
Rebel, a man like you should ask me them question then, Rasta.
The people want to know.
Hey, Cabo, listen. Hey, Cabo, take the man off of the radio, Rasta. A man like you ask me the same question. We have million and one people ask me the full question. Why we don't wear shoes?
Come you
you go do that?
Me had to wear shoes, you know. I'm more slippers I wear still, and every day I walk my foot like a bit, you know. Every day I do it.
Let me tell you something, man. When I walk, it's almost like I am looking at the minds of people, man. Because you can know who disdain, you can know who wow, amazed.
Yes.
You know, you can know who feel the cold for you when you not feel it, even though you're walking a cold. You know, it's like, it's amazing the things them where your perception, or you develop a certain perception because you do something where everybody else look like, no sir, you can't do that, I'm mad. And then me the stage to them and that look at me and say, why your foot look nice?
Me always hear that.
And I say, wait, then she the stage and talk about reparation and come tell me about my foot in the middle of the whole conversation.
Yeah, man, I lady compare my foot with yours and say your one look better than for me, so. True, got you early for doing that for so long.
Queen Africa will tell you that. Queen Africa will tell you that, man.
I got to ask her.
You think Queen Africa will tell you that?
I got to ask her. So Atom, trust me, it was a wonderful and enlightening true conversation. We give thanks and bring something from Africa for me, and we're going to chat to you again.
Yeah, when I tell you, say, yeah, when you next time you talk to me, we hope to be in Abu Dhabi, in the UAE, what them call it, UAE, United Arab Emirates. And as I said tonight, we are looking forward to a wonderful show. And we are say, for those of you who wonder where big where you ride up here, so.
Yes. You
ride and Ijam and Levi, them going to perform up here. I will give thanks to the moment to share with the eye, you know, them way there.
Yes, I give thanks.
Just hang up and go and rehearse fit on DJ.
all the best, my boss. Have a wonderful show.
Shamara there. Shamara to them must say, why you can't take him job from him, you know, you can't take him job from him.
The whole of your ladies them down here is mine, so stay in Africa. See you next week, Bota. Next strong.
Blessed man. Blessed. All right.
17 minutes after 3. Yeah, this is the Steppin' Razor, and I'm Lalibela sitting in for Muta Baroka. Yeah, man. Steppin' Razor, the art of war. Did you know that at least 2.8 million people die each year worldwide because of obesity and the complications that surround that? Here in our Jamaica, 20% of Jamaican adults, they are categorized as obese. As a man who say food to be a medicine and medicine your food, and what you eat is what you are. Yeah, me have an interest for kind of know more in that field. So what me gonna do now is see if I can get on the phone Dr. Donovan White, Chief Medical Director of the Lifestyle Transformation Center, practitioner of holistic and alternative medicine. I want to see if I can talk to him a little bit, have a little conversation. Dr. White, you there?
Yes, brother, I'm in the house.
Give a thanks, my brother. How is everything?
Well, I give him thanks and all is well.
Yeah,
no
man.
complaint.
Give thanks. Dr. White, I want to ask you something in a mile way, or I want to ask you. I notice a lot of people who are obese, and I see obesity as something that is negative, something that can hurt people, something that can kill them. They are trying to kind of let people feel some form of solace in being that way. Like they want to normalize it by adding some nice decorative word like fluffy and divas and curvy and all of this kind of stuff. In my head I'm thinking that I am not here to discriminate or anything, but I think if a particular lifestyle or a particular size of each individual is something that is negative to them, I think they should try and find the appropriate way to maybe change that or admit that eating habits are not the greatest and they want to change, and so instead of having the world be feeling that it is normal. What is your take on that?
All right. We need to look at it from several perspectives. You see, in a Jamaican setting, we go thinking that if somebody look fat, they say them look fat and well. Sure, you hear the term.
I love my fatty.
Exactly. And if you're not looking fat and well, then them tell you, say, boy, you live far from the kitchen, things bad with you.
True.
So culturally, we go up with that kind of notion that when you look fat, you look well and all is well. And somehow we're not connecting the dots to recognize that the people who look fat and well are oftentimes the ones with high blood pressure, with diabetes, with arthritis, and a lot of other chronic, non-communicable diseases. No, don't confuse the issue. That fat created the problem. But the very thing that caused them to become fat is the very thing that is causing them to have these illnesses.
Yes.
So when you think about recognizing that something is wrong with these people are concerned, we have to be very sensitive about it as well, because guess what? There's no point in us trying to ostracize them for where they are, because in many cases they really don't have any control.
Yes,
and if we try to put them in a little corner by themselves, as you say, well, then they are at fault, they did this, they did that. Yes, they might have had a lot more food than they should have, but we need to go to the root cause of it, because people don't just get fat like that. In fact, a lot of us who are in that situation, we really work hard for it, but we didn't even know what the work was. For example, if you come from a family of a lot of obese people, you realize how you feel ostracized if you never look like them.
True.
Because they may be on your case because something wrong with you. You come from big bone breed, and you're supposed to look like the rest of it.
I hear that all the time.
It's not a genetic issue, you know. We love to blame genes, but it's not a genetic issue. What happens is that if your family eat a particular way, and you were born into that family, what other ways do you know to eat? So chances are you're going to do exactly what they did, so you end up with exactly what they had, and then we end up telling them, oh, it's a genetic issue. It's not a genetic issue.
So we need a change versus tradition kind of evolution, because I mean, when I was growing up, I used to have the same thoughts, but then as I learn more about eating habits and so forth, I get to understand that, you know, because of our cultural norms in terms of eating, if you notice how our plate always stayed full of starch, and then we use a lot of sugary things, like for instance, a man say them have to eat starch. Me tell some people say you know have to eat starch because starch I got turned into sugar anyway, and then you eat fruits we have sugar, and then you eat vegetables we have sugar, and then you use sugar or aspartame or all of the things all of these sugar substances. So it put a whole heap of work on your pancreas, where
the pancreas, the liver, the entire body becomes overloaded because it was not designed to function at that level. Let me give a little bit of statistics. Something that blew my mind, and it is statistics coming from the university from way back. They compared the per capita consumption of sugar in the Jamaican population from in the 1960s, up about 1965, I think.
Yes.
And they compared it to what happened in the 1980s. We are moving from something like 30 pounds of sugar consumed per capita, that is per person per year, back in 1963, to over 300 pounds per capita in the 1980s.
That is a massive jump.
That's a lot of sugar.
No, that sound like the tax issue. That sound like a massive jump.
That's a lot of sugar, and people don't realize how many things you get sugar in, you know.
Right.
Because people put sugar, for example. I mean, the day when I found out that sugar was in bread, it was a major shocker to me, you know.
Yes.
Because I was a major bread lover at the time.
Right.
And then when I questioned the baker said, but it's them put the yeast on the bread. The only way the yeast can function to rise, to make the dough rise, is by feeding the yeast sugar.
Yes.
So the bread don't taste sweet.
Right.
But the fungus, the yeast, which is the fungus, feed on the sugar, and then it produces a gas, carbon dioxide, which now aerate the dough, so the dough look big. And you know what kind of greedy?
Yes.
We like a 1 pound loaf of bread look
belly full,
1 foot long.
Yes.
As opposed to a man using the 1 pound of flour to make one dumpling.
Same.
So we go for that kind of thing. So we're getting sugar. We don't even know that we're getting sugar.
You know, I want to
get into a lot of food that don't taste sweet.
Right. As you talk about the sugar, I forward my mind into a news that I saw the other day where I think it's the Ministry of Education is banning what do you call it? Bag juices.
Sugary drink.
The sugary drink. But mostly bag juices. I see some people that are complaining and say, boy, you know what I mean, you can't stop sell bag juice. But when I look at it, Doc, I see where you might move the bag juice where the poor people sell, but some of those highly decorative bottle drinks who is coming from a lot of the merchants are no different. Them have the same amount of sugar and maybe more too, but maybe they package differently.
No, but regardless, it's just as we need to call a speed a speed. Let's stop being hypocrites.
Yes.
Why are you talking about juice, man? He's not the only one selling sugar drinks.
That is what I say.
Children. The major manufacturers with the fancy names and the imported stuff, they're putting sugar in it. It is a lot of sugar, even probably more than the bag juice man. But guess what? If the bag juice man smart, you know, he have an advantage, you know.
Yes.
You hear the name of his product?
Bag juice.
It's bag juice.
Yeah.
So all you need to do now is switch and start to get the real juice them and put them in the bag. You already have a bag juice. You never put the sugar added product. Mango season coming in, you know.
Exactly.
You can take mango and start juice mango and put in a bag and sell it the same way. It's a better source of nutrition for the children than buying the red dye and the yellow dye and adding sugar to it and sell it to the children.
And maybe you can find another fruit or another plant that can be used as preservative.
Yeah, so, man, we always have some fruit in season. So we shouldn't be having a lack in terms of things like the sweet drinks, but there are a lot of natural sweet drinks out there we can use that would not be that harmful to our health.
Definitely.
Potato apple is, you know, in season like 2-3 times a year. Pineapple is always around. True. Watermelon, ripe banana, these things.
Mango, all of them something there.
We have more than enough, man.
What are some of the cultural...
The problem is that we're not using what we have. We prefer to import. So we're importing these bottled poisons from overseas because they're advertised and they're labeled.
Yes, the labels and the advertisements.
And not recognizing what we're doing.
That is true. Doctor, tell the people what are some of the cultural practices or belief that can really lead to obesity.
All right, let me start at the nutrition level first, and then we'll go to the other level because it's not just about physical nutrition.
Yeah,
it's also about spiritual nutrition.
True.
But at the physical nutrition level, we have some practices that tell you that breakfast must be something fried.
Yes.
So a man will eat a plantain, and him plantain have a fry, and him not only fry it, him add salt to it, and then we consume it. Of course, you know, him add the salt and feel thirsty, so he want something to drink, and water is not good enough. Not that early morning, he want a big jug or something with full of sugar again. But the use of oil, even those who are consuming meat, although I prefer that them don't consume no meat, but even them are consuming meat, the meat is about frying again. So everything is being fried. And even those who choose to have vegetables, you know what the big thing is? Stir-fried vegetables. And in their mind, stir-fried means that you must have oil.
Mm-hmm.
Something like ackee. Jamaicans have a love affair with ackee.
Yes.
But you dare go to somebody's house or a restaurant and buy ackee. All you're getting is oil with some ackee swimming in it.
Well, them say 67.5% of ackee is fat. And then you add oil. You add oil for fried.
You tell me why. And I mean, if you could only remember that ackee is a fruit, and being a fruit, you never need to cook it. Much more for cook it already.
But I eat raw. Well, I don't want to say raw because it connotes something negative. I eat live ackee all the time.
But that's like I say, it's a fruit.
Definitely.
and the same thing with the plantain. What's the difference between a plantain and a ripe banana? Why do you eat the ripe banana without adding oil? But you're not going to eat the plantain without adding oil. Plantain tastes better than ripe banana without being cooked.
Yes, I can agree with you. Last night I eat some.
Yeah, man. So at a food level now, we make those choices. But not only that, you mentioned earlier about the starch. Now, starch is not a bad word, you know.
Mm-mm.
But the way in which we approach starch can be dangerous to us.
Seeing.
We tend to go for what we call the refined starches. So we prefer to have bread because, the bread is almost in every breakfast. You get a slice of bread somewhere along the line.
True.
So the sandwich, this to that. So we'll go for the bread. We'll go for things like the biscuits, refined again, wheat flour.
Yes.
We'll go for the rice. We love the rice. And we love the dumpling. And when we talk about dumpling, nowadays dumpling is flour dumpling.
Yes.
When I was a youth, dumpling was cornmeal dumpling.
Or little cassava, or little corn.
All right, cassava and banana and corn.
Exactly.
All right, but nowadays it's flour.
Yes.
Now, all of these foods, and I mention a little bit about the wheat, because wheat is probably more dangerous than even the sugar right now. Although there's a big hullabaloo about sugar, but I'm glad they're opening the discussion so we can talk about the other things that are making us sick.
True.
Wheat that we're getting is now genetically modified. I don't care where you're getting it from. What we get in Jamaica is coming from North America, and there's a 99.9% chance that it is genetically modified.
And maybe no seed left we plant the natural
meaning that
again.
it is a man-made product which has been tampered with to create a product that looks like the real thing,
but it is not.
tastes like the real thing, but it is not the real thing. And because the body knows the difference, the body reacts to it because the body knows that this is not a normal product.
Yes.
So it creates what we call an inflammatory response within the body.
Yes.
Which causes a lot of irritation, inflammation, and a lot of sickness and disease.
True.
But on top of that, wheat is one of the most constipating foods you'll ever find. So when you have the wheat in whatever form, it goes into your gut. I remember when you mix the wheat with water, you get a thing called peace, right?
Yes.
Which is why they call it peace streak, with good reason. They must tell you, they must tell you where you put their gut. So you put the peace streak in their gut and the peace inside their gut. It sticks to the lining of your gut and not moving anywhere.
Wow. And
you go to the toilet once a day and say, boy, I'm regular. I go once a day. So I'm to the other 2 meals.
And you put in so much and you're not letting out. What about genetic nutrition, Dr. White? Like, you have some people, when they do the blood test, they say, well, then I am whatever, and certain kind of food don't agree with my blood type. How is that?
Okay, all right. No, I know I'm going to touch on a lot of cons, but you know I don't really care.
No. It's the art of war. It's the step-in reason.
All right. Truth is truth. And the fact is, if people take the time out and observe...
Hold on, Dr. White. Hold on. Before you explain, we'll go to a commercial break and forward back to you. Don't hang up.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the Stepping Razor, the Art of War. I am Lalibela, sitting in for Muta Baruka. And we have an online still Dr. Donovan White, who is the Chief Medical Director of the Lifestyle Transformation Center, practitioner of holistic and alternative medicine. Sorry, Dr. White, for kind of hold you a little bit there, but the way I talk about full of interest and we need the people them for hear it. So we were at the genetic nutrition and you were saying.
So I think you're gone on to eating for your blood type. I think that's what you're hinting at.
Yes.
People eating specific food based
on your blood type. Yes.
All right. No, I think the best way to explain this is for people to understand the origin of the blood type designation. And this really came about by some fellow sitting in a lab. Some days you're bored, you have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So, twiddling his thumbs and recognizing that, hey, but I have 2 bottles of chemicals on my shelf.
Seeing.
And we call these chemicals reagents, right?
Yes.
So he decided to prick his finger and mix the blood from his finger with one of the bottles of reagent. And when he mixed it, he realized that the blood clumped up with one. And when he mixed the same blood with the other reagent, the other bottle, it didn't clump up.
Seeing.
So he arbitrarily called one bottle reagent A and the other one reagent B. So he said, I could down to something here now. So he started to check other people now. So anybody who come in, say, okay, let me test their blood and test them blood by matching their blood with either reagent A or reagent B. And then you look at it under the microscope.
Interesting.
So if the blood clump up with reagent A, he now said that you are called an A positive person.
Yes.
If your blood clump up with reagent B, he now said that yours is called a blood group B positive person. No, but there are some people whose blood never clump with any one of them.
So what is that person? What is that person?
It is not A or B, it is O. Meaning neither A nor B. You understand the designation?
Yes.
Now, you tell me, what does that have to do with the cost of anything?
That's true.
With how your body functions.
That's true.
What is important about body type? Because body type is important, What is important about body type and body function is your ancestral makeup.
Saying.
What is it that your forefathers used to eat? Because your genetic makeup is very much in alignment with their way of life.
Right.
So, for example, if you came to me from Newfoundland, after living for generations in Newfoundland, your great-great-grandmother, everybody for you was living up there, feeding on fat and whale blubber. And I said, no, you need to come to the Senegal fruits and vegetables. What do you think would happen to you? Or reversely, if I should take you from Jamaica who grew up feeding on tubers and fruits and vegetables and carry you to Newfoundland and feed the fat and whale blubber, what do you think would happen to you?
Some difference
your
that take place
ancestral makeup is of a lot more important than the blood group.
Saying.
And the blood group has confused a lot of people, but you know, it's up to them to want to be confused. They don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to be confused. And I hope the people who are listening are not confused. So that means, Dr. White, when we came from Africa, when they brought some of us here, it was a serious kind of complicated stuff that took place, because if we used to eat a particular way in Africa and then we came into the Caribbean around here and then we were fed by our slave masters a particular way, that's supposed to be cause a lot of havoc in our goodies, man.
Yeah, man, and bear in mind, that this is some of the things that we hold on to know for daily life.
Yes.
Like, for example, the meat culture. Now, let us reason a little bit. Go back to our days in equatorial Africa.
Yes.
Hot, woolly sun. How well do you think a carcass would fare in a desert?
Yes.
Or in a hot country? If you kill an animal today, or animal was killed today, what would happen to you by later this evening to tomorrow?
It decay, man.
It rot and sink to high heaven.
That is true.
So clearly, that kind of food would not have been a major part of our diet, just based on the fact that we never have fridge. I will never have the kind of climate to keep it frozen.
True.
But on the other hand, the Caucasians coming from the Caucasoid Mountains far up north, where it was cold most of the time, they live in them caves. So when an animal died, the animal can be open in the ice and the snow for months, literally. You can go there and break off a leg, so they break off another leg the other week and so on. And so that was food for them. How did we get into that culture?
So then bring me around here, come turn off a win a lion.
Boy, tell you man,
because from the virgin they love said I'm a lion, and I say, watch a lion thing, you eat too much meat, I'm an elephant, come I'm a vegetarian. But I want to ask you, Dr. White, the trend of the curvy thing and the fluffy thing, do you think that this influences people to become fat?
I don't think it's influence, but it allows them to have a greater sense of acceptance of who they are and where they are, and not really thinking that there's a need to change anything.
And that's not good.
No,
the
point is that it's not good for their health, because as I said at the beginning, there are so many diseases that we know for a fact are related to obesity.
True.
So if you're trying to solve the problem, don't just look at the patient and say, okay, you need to go and lose weight.
Right.
That's easier said than done.
True.
Because the person got the weight based on a lot of things, One of the things that we ignore about weight management or weight gain is what we call self-esteem. What does the person feel about themselves?
True.
Because if you don't like how you look, you realize that one of the easiest things to do is to eat food to make you feel better about yourself. Because as a child, that's how them teach,
True.
You feel bad, you're in a bad mood, what them give. Get something sweet and comfort food. So then if you feel bad about yourself, then what do you do to feel it? Nobody wants to feel bad. You get some comfort food.
That's
so
true.
it becomes a point now that sugar, by the way, is addictive. People don't realize that it's highly addictive.
Yes.
So the more you use it as comfort food, the more you need it. So there comes a point where you're so addicted to the sugar that literally you have no control.
True.
But you try clever ways of deceiving yourself, in that you eat whole wheat bread instead of biscuit, because the biscuit sweet, but the bread not sweet.
Yes.
But you're forgetting that things like bread and rice break down to give you high levels of sugar.
Exactly.
In fact, there's a thing we refer to as the glycemic index, which is telling about what percentage of the thing is converted to sugar when it's absorbed.
Yes.
And the glycemic index of rice, meaning the amount of rice that is converted to sugar in the body, is actually higher than sugar.
Exactly.
The same thing about wheat. But we love to eat these things. And do we grow them? I mean, yes.
We don't know where them come from, and as you say, most of what we're getting now is GMO.
Imported.
We want to encourage the people to, if your body needs sugar, because your body requires that. But the natural sugar is on the tree.
It will get the sugar naturally.
Then the natural sugar not up on the tree.
A point I need to make again. Go back to sugar, because we forget our history. We forget that sugar is the reason why we came here in the first place. Sugar brought us in slavery, you know.
Yes, sir.
And strange, sugar still has the same slaves because they are addicted to it.
Yes, we are more enslaved to sugar than before.
Okay. So we need to break free of this particular malady, and the sooner the better.
Respect,
but the point I wanted to emphasize though is really about the thing about how people feel about themselves, because a lot of people who are obese, when you really go into them history, you find out that they had some major traumatic incidents at different times in their life that they were never able to cope with.
Yes.
Look at a child, for example, a young girl who was raped or sexually molested or abused or whatever.
Yes.
And the shame and the agony and the guilt of trying to go through this without trying to say anything to your parents because you are so afraid of what could happen.
Right.
And you growing up having to live with that.
Yes.
So one of your ways of comfort was to find food.
Right.
So, but luckily, when there are methods that we can use to help them to overcome that kind.
Right, because exercise can help. I mean, I don't smoke and I don't drink alcohol, no alcohol and things. But I use exercise, forget.
Right.
My comfort means I used to grow without mother from me 4 and without father and them something. So, but me tend to always want to lean more to what is good for me. You know what I mean? We have to get away from the trend where, because we can justify it, we continue to do it, and we continue to enable others to do it.
And another thing we need to be on the lookout for is the advertising effect.
Yes.
Because the advertisers know what they're doing.
Exactly.
When you go in the supermarket, if you notice where certain foods are placed, that as they go in, it must catch your eye.
Exactly.
All right.
And the decoration to the kids always want it.
Man. Yeah, man. The kids them pull it down, and then they give you the food in such a way and make you emphasize the concept about taste.
Yes.
So when somebody tells you the food don't taste good,
yes.
You know what I mean most times? It don't taste sweet.
Exactly.
Because they know it creates sweet with good.
Yes.
So
and they change your taste buds to that.
Like fish, and they put sugar in it, because they know so they get a bigger market. And then deliberately, because when the sugar is in it, the people become addicted to it. They keep coming back for more.
When you talk about sweet and sour fish, it's like they put sugar in it.
You never know that.
Yes,
man. Sugar is in almost everything, because sugar is also an excellent preservative agent. So they love to put sugar in everything.
Yes, yes. Well, give thanks. Your thoughts, Dr. White, had a lot of sugar in it, and this is the kind of sugar we want the people to have in Jamaica, where someone who is a medical practitioner but does the alternative medicine also is telling you, what he knows that can help you. You know what we want to do, Dr. White? We want you to tell the people where they can find you, because someone like you is important to our Jamaican people who can really come forward and get some help in any of these cases. Can you tell them
I'm in Kingston and I'm in Montego Bay, but I only see patients by appointment.
Okay.
But to make an appointment, they just call the number 906 LOVE. Very easy to remember. So 906 5683.
906 LOVE. I like that.
LOVE. Yeah, man. Love is the answer. I don't care what the question is.
Exactly. Give thanks, Dr. White. It's an honor, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Good fun.
Bless you.
Give thanks. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, STEPPIN, Queen I Freaka from the Climb album, Never Heal, Firm on the Battlefield. Just want you to know that we just spoke to Dr. Donovan White, and he's the Chief Medical Director of the Lifestyle Transformation Center, practitioner of holistic alternative medicine. And remember, I'm giving him number so you can call him and go check him. We now heal on the battlefield. The STEPPIN razor, the art of war. Man, never heal on the battlefield. You don't know that thing to go. Is that from you come into the earth, you're there for a purpose. You have to just find that, and you can't make nothing stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I mean, but we prefer to do what is good and what is right. You know what I mean? That is why we tell the people of Jamaica, say, yeah man, everything what we do, we're not so good, we certainly can do better. We have all the resources, we have ourselves, you know what I mean? We have wonderful atmosphere, we have wonderful fruits, we have wonderful people. Look on the beaches, them where they are. Yeah man, 14 parishes, and those who are in the diaspora and those who are listening on the World Wide Web. Well, I say, yeah man, the STEPPIN razor, and we're there. So, the other day, I kind of hear Mr. Delahaya, I hope I get his name right, and Minister Tufton were talking about the spike in young people using ganja since the decriminalization process in 2015. And me have a friend boy where every time somebody asks about, you know, if the children go and smoke weed, it's like everybody just jump down on them because nobody know why nobody asks no question. You know, we don't mind anybody asks the question, but we would love for any information going out to the public. It is correct. You know what I mean? We know, yeah, Dr. Della. Hey, all right, good. Yeah, me now call the man name wrong. Yeah, we'd love to know, say, if the information I go forward out there, we'll get it right. So, since as we did here, say, survey come out, we say, since 2015, 50% increase of young people under 18 smoking weed and all of that kind of stuff. And me's an advocate for weed. A long time, I know man I go a prison feet, and a long time, you know what I mean, I know man get police record feet, and you know, a landmark did make in 2015 where the decriminalization process come in. So I want to talk to Senator Mark Gold right now for ask him about that something there when I hear the doctor and the minister did say. Senator Golden, you there about? I'm not about yet. Alright. Yeah, I'll get him though. Alright, cool. We'll call him. Call him go to their parliament or someplace, but I'm not call him for me because him can't answer the questions them where I really ask, you know? Yeah man, as I say, I mean, say what you want to say. This is Lalabella on the radio sitting in Famuta. I not smoke. I love herbs so much that I not really burn it. You know, there are so many things that can be done with ganja. You know, over 25,000 different products can be made from it. And that is what sparking my interest right now. Me realize that the first Constitution of America was written on hemp paper. Hemp, you know? Same thing, ganja, yeah? One might have more THC more than the other. And even some places in America right now where you know the names like Hempville and Hempstead, it's because the man used to plant a whole heap of hemp there. Every sail, every rope we used to sip on ship them time there, it used to be made from that plant. I mean, some of the first presidents of America, like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, asked the citizens of America to plant a tree in them backyard because it can do a whole heap more than for burn. You know what I mean? It's like it's not just crush out in a hand and them something there. You know? The medical purposes, and so many other things that can be done by it. You know what I mean? The whole spiritual vibe of it, it is there. And hey, me have all some shoes, you know. A weed make it, you know. Me have some clothes, you know, man, where serious the way it durable. You know? I want to tell you, my little research tell me say the man them who used to plant of cat there, the United States there, them used to fight against the man them where use the weed for make clothes. Did you know that 50% of the insecticide that is made in America, seeing, them spray that pan cotton, you know. So all more time when you get some clothes and you know wash it and you put it on and you kind of feel so like a scratch and some bump come up and you don't even know if no residue from them something that's still in it. You see what I say? You see the weed something? You don't need nothing for spray it. Them clothes there, durable. It can make oil for fly aeroplane. It can make every food where you think of. Seeing? Omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, you can get that from the seed. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Some people say when you smoke it, they get the psychoactive vibes and all kind of something and so on and so forth and so. And I mean, these are aspects that we can reason about. If you drink too much water, it can drown you too. Just like how the doctor say you eat too much sugar, you get sugary, and next thing you know, you're diabetic or something else. So we're not there so encouraging you would say you have to roll up. You know what I mean? We say we can use our creativity, we can do the necessary research on that plant, and we can be able to make enough money where we can contribute to the GDP of this country. Why not? Colorado have one whole heap of food up there where them not even have bank for put it in. Not to mention we're going to California a long time, you know. The man them a plant the thing around, so you know, and I use it for all different purposes. I've been to Canada where I've gone to Canopy and Bedrock Can and all of these places, and the man them ship it out daily to place like Israel, all sort of country in Europe for medicinal purposes. And the use of that God-given plant when it is used that way is appropriate. You know what I mean? So we don't want anyone who have a preconceived notion or talking from a biased standpoint to just say bad things about the thing because, you know what I mean, or if it is politically motivated. We don't want that. We want to hear truth about the plant. We want it to legalize if the possibility is there. We want the people them who have gone through great tribulation like the Rastafarians who use it as them sacrament, forget some of the first privileges, and we know so them get it so far. I am of that knowledge. We want the thing for use in the most appropriate way that it can help Jamaica. Zane, you know, grabber, play that tune for me. Yeah, and the youth them we put the thing in the weed, we are saying I put nothing in it if you even go use it. I encourage you to do it, you know. But if you're doing it, don't use the grabber. Listen to that tune here. Run that tune for me. That song they say it for me. Yeah, I hope you hear good still is a woman I say son of me about cane root and all kind of something, and you know what I mean. But I don't get the senator. Yeah, I don't know this phone thing go and so forth. But yeah, you see the study where it shows say there was a 50% increase in young people using weed. Where I say in about 2014, then they have a national household survey, and it 2015, it showed a little bit over 6% with the margin of error. So maybe that 50% that it kind of a little bit exaggerated. And since 2015, it says that there has not been any secondary school survey, which is a survey that use for kind of determine the prevalence of the usage of the weed amongst young people. You know what I mean? So and also there is a kind of referral thing where if the police sees any youth under 18 years of age smoking weed, it is within their rights to bring them to or refer them to the some drug awareness program and let them deal with it. You know what I mean? That is the law. Under the law, the police is obliged to do that. You know what I mean? Get them in a program with the drug awareness agency that is in Jamaica. Because we don't really want no youth to do something with them now. Want to do what them not supposed to do. You know what I mean? We have to make sure say we are deal with that thing and deal with it responsible. You know what me I go do? Me I go open the phone line. Me can open it now? Alright, so we'll take a commercial and forward, you don't know. 4:15. This is a Steppin Razor, the art of war. My name is Lalibela. I'm sitting in for Muta Baruka, who is somewhere in Africa. We spoke to him earlier. He's performing tonight. Yeah, I want to wish him all the best on the stage. And I'm there from about 2 and me attack, so I want to give some of the people who out there listen to IRFM the privilege for call and chat with me a little bit. Have a conversation if you want to. So I'm going to give you some numbers. 974-5051, 974-5079, or 618-0352. And me for call this? Alright, so that is a Digicel line, the 618-0352. You can call me and see a little thing. You know what I mean? Somebody called already. Alright. Heel. Step in.
What go on, Rebel?
Everything great. Having a good relationship with life, and I have no intention of divorcing her. She have to divorce me.
That's good. You know, say you talk, see, we like Marian Hall, Minister Marian Hall.
I'm a friend, man.
I know. You're speaking with Mr. Universe.
Oh, yes, man. Good man. Give thanks. I always hear you up on the ear.
Yes, man.
True, you're ardent IRFM. I don't want to call you a fan. You are air conditioned.
Yes, I don't use fan anymore. Yes. Well, Rebel, if me not use key going in my house again, I remote me press going in my house.
Yes, man. That's so the thing I go.
Yes, no, man. Mr. Universe thing not come down, so. Mr. Universe thing come down heavy. Up. So when them are talking a Rebel, they have they come and talk to Mr. Universe.
Well, give that. Yeah. So far, I'm sitting in for Muta and we spoke to Dr. White and some people. You, it making any sense to you?
Yeah. Oh my God, you're doing extremely excellent. You're doing awesome. You're doing super elastic. You understand?
You say I go super elastic?
Yes, super elastic. That means you're going overboard. You're exceed. That means, you know what exceed means? To go beyond. So you're doing extraordinary.
Yes, sir. Give thanks. Super elastic.
And Rebel, you know what I call you about, Rebel?
Yeah.
You know what I call you about?
Tell me.
All right, I see a lady on the Star paper front.
Yes.
That they say she live in the Musgrave Market in Port Antonio.
Yes.
I want somebody to get in touch with Mr. Universe.
Yes.
No, because I want to help that lady. I want to assist that lady with something. Because, Rebel, I have a charity thing that go right around the island.
Yes.
You know, Tuesday, I was in Mandeville. I donate a whole bed set to a little boy. You understand? In Mandeville, I stop. Rebel, I draw a crowd. They said that we Prime Minister couldn't draw a crowd.
I say you're famous, Mr. Universe.
Anywhere me stop right now, a crowd. Anywhere me stop in a Jamaica, a crowd. You understand?
Yeah, me love that.
Yeah, and
you have to join the crowd one day and come see you. Yeah, so what you do? Just talk to the people them and answer?
No, I interview them live.
You're a journalist or you're an artist?
I'm more than a journalist, man. And you know, Tony Rebel, you know what I just do? I go donate some money and water because I do an interview with a basic school over there in 3 miles over early childhood institution, and I just donate some money towards the school, their sports day, and some water. I just donated.
Well, it is important. I like the idea that you have seen someone living in the Port Antonio market, and you want to help. Now, if you want to help, bust out your number upon the ear, make the people hear and call you.
Oh, lad, everybody will call me. Lad. No, which day me do it for Lady Renee, me couldn't take no call.
So what you want to step in for them?
Alright,
hold on, we can do it a different way too. So I can ask the producer.
IRFM have Mr. Universe number.
Alright, so IRFM has your number. We want to appeal to anyone who knows that lady who is living in the Port Antonio market to call Irie FM and ask for Mr. Universe number and call him. He want help. He want give the lady a money and maybe buy her a bed. Or do something for her, which is commendable. Respect.
Yes, and again to I suppose to and tell Spanish Town and Trelawney there was next in line for Mr. Universe to come and donate some stuff. But this lady I see in the market, so Port Antonio, I have to touch that urgently. So please tell Trelawney and Spanish Town, because I supposed to go in Trelawney Sunday and I was supposed to go in Spanish Town on Tuesday. But please, I'm asking them, see with me, this lady what I see in the market, I desperately need to help her.
Mr. Universe, we are going to do just that for you. I give thanks for the eye for call, and me have to go come watch you one of the day to see how you talk to the people and the things them that you do when you get the big crowd bigger than the Prime Minister.
Yes, man. So big up Greenville, Manchester for me, please.
Yeah, man, big up Greenville, man. And that's a Garnet Silk, Barn and Grow. Manchester, my place too. So big up Manchester. Everyone in Manchester.
The artists they went coming around the whole place. Jatach, the artist up there.
Yeah, big up Jatach.
Yeah, man, him take care of me when we come out in the night.
Well, Manchester people are good people, man. Them we take care of you. Don't worry yourself.
Right now, more than live. Them I left Westmoreland and come to Manchester. I swear. Manchester man, watch out.
Yes,
Universal come away. And big up me famous lawyer for me too. Please.
I will.
Miss Diane Mailer. Miss Diane Mailer is my lawyer in Savlamar, 6 Louis Street. Anybody know Miss Diane Mailer? The attorney at law.
Why you squeezing a wicked commercial upon the thing in Mr. Universe? Anyway, I get away with it. No respect. We'll take a next call. Bless.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Big up.
Well, that's why you lot of people live in Manchester, down a Slangbang, down a Spur Tree, Greenville, anywhere you're there. Big up every time. STEPPIN.
Yes, brother.
Yes, I.
Yes, King.
I'll bless.
I call for a topic, you know, where it's kind of surprising, although I know that the media have been controlled by certain information.
Yeah.
But I think at this time, at the best news what people should know is about Planet X.
Planet S.
Planet X.
Planet X.
Yes.
Tell the people about it.
Well, from the biblical Bible, in a Revelation, it speaks about wormwood.
Yes.
And from the Koran Bible, it mentions about the destroyer, or Nebu.
Yes.
And right now, the planet in our zone now, because all them earthquake and them volcano, we see a look out all about my earth.
You're not easy. You're so galactic, man. Look like you know the whole of the thing where I go and talk.
Well, me know it's kind of surprising because see some of we artists who probably should have released some of them things, but me know them been suppressed by it still because a lot of people been dead to pass out them information, yeah.
What you say, they are in a firm on the back of field, how you do, you afraid?
Well, that's why I'm upon it now, Alik.
If it no worth for die for it, then it didn't have no worth for live for it either, you know. So if you have to do it, you do it, you know. And you can't watch, say them are going to suppress it or don't press it. They are for us. If you have information that can really help the people, even myself, because when you tell me about what I go on now in our space, it obviously something not too right, but me can't put my finger on it yet. Me have to go and do me little research. But if you say that, me no doubt you not tell my boss.
Well, it's fine. It's in here, you know, because sunrise and sunset, you can't see the sun, how it look. Kind near to the sun now, it passed Jupiter and Mars and ran and reach nearer to Earth now.
Yes.
So I was reading in our biblical Bible from way back, although them brainwash with the King James.
Well, the Bible also said that the heaven declare the glory of God. So if you pre the heavens, some declaration will take place there, and the firmament show it is handiwork. So you know what I mean, me no doubt the eye where the eye I say, and me not underestimate what I say.
For all the listeners, them can go do the research now and check out Planet X.
Planet X.
Planet X.
Yes. So it's enough time me I pre something and I say the galaxy filled with comets and some of them look like them all bigger than the earth, and them always a move, and me I wonder if some connection should have ever take place with all the earth, what might happen, you know what I mean? But I want to be optimistic, and hopefully this planet earth that we are living on, it will survive, because the same Bible says it abide forever, no so? Food time and harvest will never cease.
It's always, because the biblical history has been told over 5 times, history has been proven. Biblical Bible is what we are talking about, but them not call it Bible in the ancient days.
Well, Bible, as how me understand it, means book. So anything you have writings in is Bible. Them call one the Holy Bible. It has been translated so many times that a lot of things that you see in the Bible nowadays is like you have to study what is called etymology, where these words were originated, so you can know the true meaning of it. You know what I mean? Like, me remember one time, we go Ethiopia, and we were talking to some Bahataways who them man they just living at the hills, and you know we were comparing the English version to what was written in American. Yeah, there was a whole lot of differences, but as His Majesty say, you have to read it and you'll find truth in it, you know.
You speak it clearly, man. See where it go.
True. Well, give thanks.
See our listeners, them, you know, them can just invite on that and go in and check Planet X, otherwise Nebio, and do a research and see, we are the time now for this revelation leak.
Well, the whole RFM in here depend on them phone or Google. So by you come off of this phone, we are going to learn something about it. But give thanks, my boss. Yes, Rastafari.
Yes, blessed.
Highly. Yeah, man, the STEPPIN. Razor. STEPPIN.
Yeah, say 20.
STEPPIN.
Hello?
STEPPIN, yeah man, we're there.
Okay, hey, what man, yo, man, I call from California.
California, you call from?
Yeah, man.
Well, give thanks. RFM International.
Oh, listen, what now?
May I say RFM International, so if you're calling from California, it is not far-fetched.
Because I usually call Wednesday night, but I never get a chance to get you last night, so I call today right now. What I call about, you know, I hear Roger was like saying, you know, there was like so much more killing and more problems are going to Jamaica. And trust me, I mean, I'm a kid who left Jamaica when I was 13 years old, but that does not mean I don't vacation there. That does not mean my friends don't vacation down there. Yeah. We come down almost every year. All right, so therefore, I mean, Jamaica is it's in our blood. Trust me, reggae music is in our blood. Trust me, we listen to you too. With a bow, with a girl, Rasta, we love that song.
Same way.
Okay. So what I said to you is like, you know what, Jamaicans, look here. Get rid of the Bible. The Bible is pure garbage. Right? Look, I mean, you know,
say that talk, a big talk that you're just making.
Absolutely. Because here's what happened. I mean, they tell you in the Bible, by the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread, right?
Yes.
But they make you go to work while they own the companies. And they're making money off of your back. You think you got a job, I got a career. No, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, you're an idiot. If you got a job and you got a career, you're an idiot. If you own a company, you are smart. All right? And
you're talking about entrepreneurship right there, sir.
Absolutely.
See,
you need to own your own. You need to control your own money. You control your own wealth. You control your own time. You don't make nobody control your time. You don't make nobody predict what you're going to do.
But may I ask you, no, may I agree with you. But like how you're there in California now, your life not controlled by Donald Trump.
No, trust man. Donald Trump think he control. They make them have the illusion that they control something.
Seeing.
Just like you also make people have the illusion that they're free.
Seeing.
But you see, you have to understand that. You know, I mean, here the Jamaicans here, especially in California, we are a little bit more highly advanced than the Jamaicans in Florida. Because I used to live in Florida too. Yeah. And trust me, some of the Jamaicans in Florida, they are like they call them bakabush. Yeah. Them are the messed up mentality. Let me tell you something. In the Bible, because I was a Christian, the Bible says
what are you now?
Guard your heart. One more time.
What are you now? You were a Christian. What are you now?
I am totally free from all that.
Seeing.
I am free from that. I'm connected with nature.
Yes,
back to
man.
Originally what we were meant to be.
No, I share that with you, I share that with you. I describe myself as an extension of the universe. So I am not even in the universe. I am. So
Absolutely.
I do understand.
We are, if you, let me say this to you, Tony, wind is in your lungs, wind is out in the air. Dirt is on your body, dirt is on the ground.
Yes.
The sun, the fire is above your head, there's fire in your body. That's the reason your muscles generate heat.
Yes.
Because the cells will crash it into your muscle walls and generate heat. I asked the doctor.
Yes.
Also, there is water on the ground. There's water in you. We are one with the universe. So I do not know what in the hell these preachers are preaching. They are not but lies and thieves. If I were you, Jamaicans, you need to wake the hell up and get to realize that these guys are taking you for your money, because the only people who are getting blessed is the pastors. You ain't getting nothing. No. You're still broke and you're still disgusted.
My virgin, may I tell you, say, the argument where you put forward has a lot of interest. I man love it. But here I want to tell you, because I want to talk to you about something about out of California. I want to tell you something about Jamaica, because I know you hear about the things that are happening, but I'm not able to tell you no. Come here, you know the radio run. We have to go take some commercials, so I want you to listen, I want you to call me forward. Zin?
Okay, me call back in a few.
Yeah, man, bless. Give thanks.
All right.
4:36, time for music news. And that brings me to the point now to talk to this person. I'm about to talk to the chair of the Jamaica Tourist Board, the director of tourism, former president of International Lifestyle Super Clubs Worldwide representative, former senior vice president of sales and marketing at Air Jamaica, former executive vice president of Sandals Resort International, former first vice president of the Jamaica Hotel and Tours Association. The only thing me never mention, to honorable brethren, Mr. Paul Pennycook. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. You never tell the people that I'm used to run couples resorts too.
Hey, sir, hey, you have done so many things, sir, that I forget some of them. But me tell them, say, I'm a friend anyway. So,
all right, that's cool.
I never leave that part. Now, Mr. Pennycook, I am here sitting in for Muta Baruka on this wonderful program here, sir, the
yes,
STEPPIN Razor. And I just talked to somebody from California who is talking about the violence and everything in Jamaica, and I never get a chance to tell him some of the things that you're about to tell people on this program. But apart from the stats that are coming out about how many people die since the year started, since 1980, all of the violence that we're hearing and all of the atrocities that is taking place around in Jamaica, there are lots of beautiful and wonderful things that are happening. And one of the things that we want to do is to let this program be solution oriented. We want to tell Jamaican people that Jamaica is still sweet. Jamaica destination is still one of the greatest, and we want Jamaicans to have them staycation, even though the people from foreign come to them vacation and all of that beautiful stuff. So I know you have some things that happened to Jamaica in recent time, and I just wanted to take the airwaves and talk to the people.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Tony. And I really appreciate the opportunity to share with my Jamaican people some of the exciting things that have been happening to us, and to reassure them that Jamaica is still nice. Jamaica is still benefiting from lots of people coming in from all over the world to share the Jamaican experience. You know, we just have to look at what has happened in the last year, the year that ended, 2016, yes, where we had more visitors to Jamaica than the entire population of Jamaica.
What?
We ended up, oh yes, we did.
Interesting.
Because we ended up having 3.8 million visitors come to Jamaica. And our population is about 2.7 million.
Mr. Pennycook, say that again, that Jamaican people can't hear. What you just say?
we had 3.8 million visitors come to Jamaica, right? 2.2 million of them stayed over in a hotel or guest house or something. And another 1.6 million of them came on a cruise ship, spent the day, and went back out. And that 3.8 million visitors is more than the 2.7 million people who live in Jamaica.
Definitely.
So that is something to understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is very much interesting. And so regardless of what is happening in the news and what people talking about, Jamaica is still a favorite destination for people all over the world.
Absolutely. And, you know, one has to think about how travel is happening today.
Yes.
There are, you know, we used to do this thing where we used to run nice ads and encourage people to come because of our beautiful beaches and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, we still do some of that. But today, the traveler is looking for an experience, an authentic Jamaican experience.
Yes.
And you know what they pay attention to in order to make that decision?
Yes.
They pay attention to a third-party endorsement.
Yes.
There's a thing called influencers that's on social media today. That is how people are making the decision to come to Jamaica.
Okay.
In other words, they go on their social media channels and they read something, somebody say, in Jamaica having a great time. The people put on Instagram photos, people post other things on, you know, post on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that, and people look at that and say, wait a second, that could be me. And people just talk about their experience in Jamaica, and people pay attention to that more than they're paying attention to advertising these days.
What? You
understand?
So the social media is propelling people to come to Jamaica. That is the new advertising machinery for Jamaica tourist boards, sir.
Absolutely. And when you think about it also, there's a company called TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor, I know
when
them.
people travel, they go back and post on TripAdvisor how they enjoy their trip or whether they like or didn't like it, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then people take the comments, or TripAdvisor take the comments and rate places over time. Mm-hmm. And they said this is something that the Jamaican people need to understand. In 2016,
yes,
Jamaica came out the number 3 island in the world.
Wow.
The number 3 island when they graded islands, right?
Yes, sir.
And the 2 ones that were ahead of Jamaica were not in this side of the world. So if you're talking about this side of the world, the Caribbean,
we were number
Central
1.
and Latin America, we are number 1. Okay? That was 2016.
Do you care to tell us hold on, do you care to tell us where the next 2 islands were?
If I remember correctly, one was Bali, Indonesia.
Mm-hmm. So 4.
And the second one was, I think, Italy. Somewhere in Italy.
Far that.
Yeah, you know, far. Where? I mean, we're on the other side of the world, Europe and Asia.
Any recent thing from TripAdvisor?
Yes, that's what I'm about to tell you.
Yes.
Because they have now come out for 2017 with the top destinations in the world, the top 25 destinations in the world. Little Jamaica in number 12. And let me tell you something. In the Americas, we're number 2. We're only behind New York. You understand? That is Little Jamaica.
Wow. So we are now number 12. And that is
in the world.
In the world.
As a destination.
After about 7 billion people in the world and enough hundreds of countries, little small Jamaica, Little Rock has ranked the number 12 destination
in the world.
That is,
as per TripAdvisor.
That is fantastic, Mr. Pennycook, and I think Jamaicans need to know that. Them need to know that the world love what we have. I mean, this is our home. People craving, doing everything, work 2 years without taking anything to just come to Jamaica in our backyard that we have. We must now learn to appreciate love our country even more. But hold on, Mr. Pennycook, don't leave. Don't leave, please.
Okay, because I need to say something else. Okay.
Yeah, man, don't leave. Just hold a second. We'll take a little commercial and we'll be back. Listen up. Top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4 cash pot. Drive time draws up next. Yeah. That was the Drive Time 5. Top draws, dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, and cash pot draws. Now, congratulations to all of today's winners. Tune in later at 8:25 for another chance to win in top draw, dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, lucky 5, and cash pot draws. So, we want to go back to Mr. Paul Pennycook. We asked him to hold, and he's on the line. Mr. Pennycook, are you there?
Yes, Tony, I'm very much here. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Give thanks for holding, sir. You said you wanted to say something else. Could you go ahead and say?
Yes, the way TripAdvisor works, Tony, where it's as a result of people visiting Jamaica, going back and posting about their visit to Jamaica on TripAdvisor, and we managed to come out in these wonderful positions that we have.
Yes.
It would be remiss of me, therefore, if I did not pay tribute to all the workers in the hospitality industry in Jamaica.
Yes.
Because it is their work and the what they have delivered in terms of service that has resulted in Jamaica having these wonderful positions across the world in terms of number 12 as a destination in the world.
Yes.
And the top island in the Caribbean in the region.
Wow.
When you take islands across the world. And as I said, a tribute to all the workers in the industry, from transportation, hotel accommodations, villas accommodation, attractions, all the workers in the industry, they have brought this to Jamaica, and I really want to say thanks to them.
Yes, I want to second that. And we want the people who are in Jamaica to understand that you are living in paradise. You are living somewhere that the people all over the world, you hear how many millions came to Jamaica just to be where you have 24/7s. Mr. Pennycook, I want to ask you, sir, how is it that locals can benefit from staycation or get some of those, goodies that the foreigners are coming to Jamaica for? How can we take advantage of that?
Yeah, man. Great question, Tony. What we have been doing, we did this last year, we'll more than likely do this again, is that during the summer period, the spring part of the summer and in the fall period, I'm talking about now May, June, up to sort of early July, and then again September, October, November. We offer a program called Experience Jamaica, where we get the accommodation sector and the attraction sector, primarily on the North Coast, or also in Kingston, to offer special rates to Jamaicans so that we can have staycations and our own Jamaicans can go and enjoy some of these things that the visitors have been coming in and enjoying over the years. We do it at that time of the year because, as you may know, the January, February, March, even into April period is the peak season in the industry. And so the hoteliers get their highest rates at that time. So they really cannot offer such great discounts to our own Jamaicans at that time. But certainly during the periods where they can afford to, they offer special deals just for Jamaicans, and we promote it through the Experience Jamaica program so they can enjoy these things all across Jamaica.
So from what you have just said a while ago, it would mean that Jamaicans, the locals, will get a cheaper rate or an affordable rate because the hotels would have a special rate for them as opposed to what they have for the foreigners.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we'll look out for it. It's coming again this sometime in May. We'll actually launch it maybe later this month so that people can start traveling on it from May and June.
Yes, so it's from May to July and sometime maybe in September.
That's right.
Let me just ask you, for the listeners' sake, what is Jamaica Tourist Board role in all of what does it mean, what it do, and you know what I mean, when people hear about the JTB, you know, the ordinary man in the street, tell the people what you really do at that organization.
That's right. The primary responsibility of the Jamaica Tourist Board is to market Destination Jamaica as the premier destination in the Caribbean. Now, that entails a lot of things, because we want to take the Jamaican experience, not just the physical geography of Jamaica, which is a beautiful island, but we want to take the Jamaican experience, package that, share it with the world, and invite the world to come and participate in and enjoy this Jamaican experience. Now, we do a lot of things in that regard. For example, we use our music to drive some of that. That is why festivals like Rebel Salute, your festival, Mr. Tony Rebel,
yes, sir,
is absolutely critical to our program at the Jamaica Tourist Board, because Jamaica is the birthplace of and the home of reggae. Reggae has gone international. Where better to go and see an authentic reggae festival than Jamaica? That is why we treat Rebel Salute as such an important festival, because we can use that as a catalyst to bring people from all over the world to Jamaica.
Thank you, sir. Listen, I spoke to Muta Baruka in Abidjan a short while ago in Ivory Coast, and he is there to perform on a festival tonight, which he says that it was 3 years since that festival starts, and he said that today the Minister of Culture spoke and said that they want that festival to become the premier reggae festival of the world in Ivory Coast.
In the Ivory Coast?
Yes, sir. He just said that here. So I always say that we who are from the Mecca must make sure that we sort out the thing, and it don't matter. We love Africa very much and love the whole world, but hey, this is where reggae starts, and we want to make sure that we keep it up and make sure people look to us for that highest quality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we have to make sure we mention that, because as you said, this is where it started. This is the birthplace of it. And we have to make sure, I mean, nobody can do it like we do it, eh? And so, yes.
But let me ask you though, this might be let me know you're not afraid of nothing controversial or anything, so let me just ask you. And I know TEF me I go, so don't worry yourself. I know it's
all right.
I remember when ganja was illegal, and I saw a billboard with Bob Marley with a spliff in his mouth advertising Jamaica, and that was done by Jamaica Tourist Board, and it was illegal and so. But now it is decriminalized. Is there any plan from the JTB to kind of tell people, say, if you come to Jamaica for recreational purpose, you can have a joint? We're not going to do that. just curious.
We have been discussing it as to whether we want to actually do it that way. We've been looking at it very carefully, because we do not want to mislead people to say that it is no longer illegal, because as you said, we have decriminalized it,
yes,
but it is still illegal, eh?
True.
And so what we want to do, we want to get the message across that, listen, we are not going to kill you for the use of the product. Yes. But we don't want to go out there and say, listen, come to Jamaica because you can do it anywhere you like and do whatever you like and have whatever amount you like and all of that. I mean, you create a certain atmosphere at your festival. Yes. You know the thing can be used for religious purposes, and there's no issue with that. And so we just have to be careful and sensitive to not misleading people, but also recognize the fact that it's a sacrament. It can be used at that. And there are religious uses for which is good, and there are also medicinal purposes for which the thing can be used. And let's get on with it.
Yes, well, cool. Well, I think you should really look into that, because we could have that kind of medical tourism too, where certain people who are in need of that plant, and maybe other plant, or maybe aloe vera or other plant, because we have so many herbs in Jamaica. and this could be a place where people could come and be medicated and maybe get well too, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is something that JTB should look into, and yeah, I love it.
As a matter of fact, Tony, of these networks that Minister Bartlett has established,
yes,
one of them is health and wellness. And I must tell you, the chairman of that network is Dr. Henry Lowe. And you know that he has been doing a lot of research on this thing.
I know who he is.
Okay. And we're going to go down the road where we're going to make sure that the health and wellness sector expands, and we use that as another way to get this growth in tourism that we're talking about. So I'm not kidding you when I say that we're looking seriously into it, yes, and we're looking seriously into using it the proper way so we can benefit from the power, yes, of this plant that we have in Jamaica.
Yes. Give thanks, Mr. Petticook. That was a whole mouthful of information. We know you're not in Jamaica, and you made it possible as you came off the plane to talk to us.
Technology these days, man.
I'm if I tell you. Give thanks. We want to wish you safe travels in your endeavors, and we thank you very much. I think you have enlightened a whole lot of people. I saw people in the studio opening their eyes when they heard how many people came to Jamaica last year, and to know that we are the 12th destination that people want to come in the world, and that is something that's sent out by TripAdvisor, and also how the technological advancement is helping to push tourism in Jamaica. Enough respect, Mr.
Absolutely.
Penn.
Thank you, Tony. It was good to talk to you.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, my brethren.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Steppin. Yeah, with Lalabella here sitting in for Muta. Yeah, we got till 5:45, you know. You know, I used to stay in the studio right here during the 90s when Carl Young had it as a recording studio. Yeah, man, we record enough tune in here, so for roof. All the tune name organist and things, so I come forward now and there. A substitute for Motor, you know what I mean? And some people go out there and say, well, Rebel, yeah, go on good, but guess what now? I have enough help. I want you know, right beside me, so the brother when him young, he now ramp and kneel over there, so he play the music what we want and them something. So, you know what I mean? The whole team and Shamar and everybody, them not make it hard for me still, so I want big up the team there, so. And me also now want to just to say that Paul Pennycook just spoke a while ago and gave us some wonderful information about the JTB and how you can get to deal with the staycation in Jamaica. Foreign of them do a vacation, you do staycation because you're already there. And the man we that talk to, you know, him a big boy up in the thing, you know what I mean? Him the chair of the Jamaica Tourist Board, him the director of tourism, him is former president of International Lifestyle of Super Clubs Worldwide representative. Wow, the person him accolades them long like wow. See? And him just talk to you, and I think him they are America. So, I mean, US of A, may I say that. The phone lines them open still, and you can call and make a chat a little thing, you know, the 974-5051, 974-5079 and 618-0352. That is the Digicel number. Yeah,
Mr. Oxford. Mr. Oxford, good evening, sir.
I know Oxford, this, you know, a Lalibella this. Yellow Oxford anyway. Yeah, this is a man who on him birth paper named Patrick George Anthony Barrett, and then musically people know him as Tony Rebel, but for today he is Lalibella.
You sitting for them man to them Mr. Barrett.
How would that know me? I call me by my surname. Alright, me I sit in for my brother man, Muta. I'm the Africa, I got do show tonight, so my day I will a vibe for him, you see me?
Yeah man, no love and respect man.
Yeah man, give thanks.
Yeah man, you know me just want to use your program to give me that a Earth Day shout out, you know?
And your daughter Earth Day today?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah man, loud and clear. What's your name?
Yeah man, my daughter name Anika, yes me? You born up on this day and transform from the mother home to the earth the 6th of April, which is today?
Well, I'm on behalf of the team at RFM want to say Blessed Earth Day, Anik, and we hope you live to see enough more. Ruben, go through.
You know me, you don't have Jimmy Cliff loud and I first hear from that, you know.
Oh, you did see I don't know when RFM honor Jimmy Cliff?
Yeah, I leave the proof. Yeah, Tabu, man.
Seeing, yes sir. Give thanks. So there are call from St. James. Yeah, the call look like it get cut out, but I saw it go. Yes, my brethren, just go and big up yourself and heal up your daughter. Wish her many more. Make way forward to that tune, yeah. You live in the country, you have to protect it. It's your backyard. Yeah, man, it's your front yard, it's all of your yard. So, you know what I mean? We can't do the things to destroy it and weed it. That don't make no sense, man. You know what I mean? No fight not even make sense. I want to tell you too. You have some people where meanwhile you are checked for runway and go prison and dead. Them a plan for come forward there. So sometimes it's a trick, you know, by the system, you know, to make you feel like this place, you know, belong there. But I say you're born, boss. You're birthright. It's not even, you know what I mean? You're born somewhere and then you get naturalization and you're there. So your place. So you have to take care of your place. Take care of the whole country like how you take care of your yard. You know what I mean? We're forward to a commercial pan STEPPIN. Yeah, man, you laugh, you cry. Know when to enter. Know when to depart sometimes. I just saw it go. Everything is everything. You don't know how the life go. If you can't accept the good, if you accept the good, accept the bad too. You have the day, you have the night. You know what I mean? The night come and you find out say it dark, but it's one thing with night, it don't last forever. You know what I mean? They always light, so yeah, I mean, sorrow and joy and the whole of them sitting there, them work together, you know. But we are human beings, we are Jamaican, we have resilience, we're strong. We have a call up on the line. Bless.
Yeah, man, work on.
Everything great, man.
Yeah, man, I'm from California again.
Aye, nice. All right, my brother.
Hey,
we have about 3 minutes to spend with you. What we'd want to say is that regardless of what you hear more time about Jamaica still nice because we just speak to the director of tourism. We tell we say last year over 3.8 million people come to Jamaica, more than the population here. And we are now the 12th destination in the world where people want to come, and this is something that's sent out by TripAdvisor. So we still have a wonderful place, wonderful people, wonderful culture. We just have to try and strengthen them as much as we can. And enough of the things that you were saying, we give thanks for that and try find some ways and means how you can get these things established. So especially the youth, the impressionable minds can learn all of these important facts. But boss, true answer.
Absolutely. And let me just add this to what you're saying, Tony. The mind is the main thing, not the body.
Yes.
The universe is a universe of consciousness, awareness.
Yes.
The thing is, do not let the wrong people know movies or music in your mind, because if you let that garbage in your mind, it's going to influence the body. The body is a slave to what the mind thinks.
I agree.
So therefore, you have to make sure that there's nothing but pure positive messages coming there. Now, let me go ahead and add some more things here. We got to be careful of several people who are coming into your government. Your whites and your Asians. I do not know why you guys allow them in your government. They're influencing our black people.
Well, but no Asian people in our government. That's not China.
I know.
That's not China.
And I do not know why you have them in your government, because I don't see no black Jamaican in Chinese government. So why are they in your government? Get rid of them. Because they're influenced, they're paying off your people because they got the money, and the Asians are the biggest drug runner there is.
All right, but hold on. I don't think anybody can just left from China and just come get in our government like that. Maybe they might have some form of influence, but I think there are certain criteria where you have a born in a Jamaica or you become a naturalized Jamaican, and I think certain amount of time they're on it when you can go in a parliament, but you have some Asiatic looking Jamaicans.
I get what you're saying.
And some white Jamaican, where you say we should expel them too?
No. Here's what I'm saying. You have to understand. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't. Let me not say it that way.
See.
Be careful of how we let this, because you know what? They may join our blood, and for strategy. But the thing is, some of these Asian, the Chinese. Yeah. Their plan is to support China, not to take. They want to take resources from our black community and put it over into their Chinese to build up their economy.
You know the best thing about what you do a while ago, Jamaica heard you. Those who are listening to IRFM on the World Wide Web heard you also. I want to just mention a little thing before we wrap up. The screen. Most of our kids, the impressionable minds, are looking on the screens, and a lot of things are coming through the screens that I think is not appropriate for them. So we get the point. We get the point that control the mind, because the body is a slave for the mind. Give thanks, my brethren. What a reason again. Keep listening to IRFM and listen to Muta when I'm forward. And anyway you can get a chance, forget any farmer, your message across to our people, you are always welcome. Rastafari.
Yeah, man. Praise. Give thanks.
Highly. So you know that go. The step in, we stop step, you know. You don't know it's actually going to 5:45 and it's time for news. We just want to big up everybody who wants to thanks to IRFM for giving us this opportunity. And Kabu, you just throw me in the space and expect me for swimming, but I still want to big up Young and want to big up Shamar and more big up Neil and everyone. Sandre and everyone who help to make it work. You see, we give thanks to those who listen. We want to yell up all of the people up on 56 Schedule Drive and all those who, see the thing. Give thanks. Rastafari, Jamaican people. We can do better. We're blessed every time.